Buongiorno, Lorenzo.
Buongiorno. Excellent accent.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We are here in the cockpit of the amazing Avanti II from Piaggio.
Welcome.
Mate, if you'd like to run us through the specifics of this particular aircraft.
Well, this is basically the fastest turboprop in the world.
Yep.
And it's got PT6 engines, and it's got pusher props.
Yep.
And a very, very distinctive aerodynamics.
Okay.
It goes to 400 knots,
Yep.
41,000 feet,
Nice.
and it burns very, very little fuel.
Okay.
So you're talking here about having jet performances with the comfort of a bigger airplane and with the quietness inside of a bigger airplane, but with the fuel consumption of a much smaller one.
Okay.
And so it is really extremized for speed and performances and comfort.
Okay. Excellent. So I noticed that it's got a very interesting planform layout. You've got a small wing in the front, main wing at the back with the pushers, and then a T-tail as well.
Exactly. Well, the main idea of the designer was to leave the maximum room for the passengers inside the cabin.
Okay.
And to have the least drag.
Yep.
So if you want to do that, you have to put the wings in the middle of the fuselage.
Yep.
So since you don't want to have the wings in the middle of the passengers,
Yep.
he had to put them in the back.
Yep.
All right. Now, to keep the nose up, we needed to put a forward wing on the forward part
That's
of the
that
nose.
canard wing at the front.
It's actually not a canard. It's
Okay.
really a wing, because a canard would be movable.
Okay.
Very complicated.
Yeah.
This is very, very safe and straight. It's
Okay.
just a wing, and it's got the good thing that it produces a lift, which is incredibly useful, because in the normal airplanes, to keep the nose up and straight and balanced flight, you have to push down with the tail.
Yep.
Okay. With this one, so you're carrying an extra weight,
Yeah.
and you produce an extra drag for something useless.
Yep.
In this one, all three surfaces are pulling up, so
Okay.
everything is good energy.
And everything's lifting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so you get much less fuel consumption for that.
Okay. Now I noticed that there are some movable parts on that front wing. The little flap.
You're good. So actually, whenever you lower the flaps on the main wing,
Yeah.
you would have a pitching down moment. So in order for the pilot not to feel anything when he moves the flaps from up to mid and mid to down,
Okay.
there is a computer which synchronizes the forward wing flaps with the outboard wing flaps.
Okay. And so that they move in synchronicity with it and make sure that
Exactly.
pitching moments are controlled.
Exactly.
Okay. Excellent. So, and then you've still got a standard T-tail at the back to give you your elevator control.
There's an elevator control,
Yeah.
and there's a stabilizer trim,
Yep.
and the maneuverability is really, really excellent.
Yep.
The flight controls are very well harmonized,
Okay.
and the flight characteristics are awesome.
Okay.
You cannot have a wing drop during a stall on this airplane.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So safety-wise, it's really great.
Yeah.
On a stall, even if you want to keep on going above the buffet,
Yep.
above the stall warning,
Yep.
you can keep your flight controls up fully back, and only the forward wing will stall.
Oh, okay.
So it will go like this, and you would still have control on the ailerons.
Okay.
And
Nice.
this is amazing for a pilot, especially if you are low level and you want to pull out. It's never going to do stupid things to you.
Yeah, it'll just, because the nose stalls a bit, it dips. Okay. And it still maintains pretty much a positive.
Yeah, so you just add power and that's it.
Okay.
But this is for the pilot side. For the pilot side, it's wonderful because even single engine, you can go up to 25,000 feet.
Nice.
And this is, I mean, you could cross the Himalaya in single engine. Whereas for the passenger side, you have to know that pressurization is 9 psi, which means that you can have 41,000 feet, a cabin altitude of less than 7,000 feet.
That's very important.
It's very important for comfort.
Yes.
And because the highest the cabin, the lowest the comfort, and the highest the fatigue.
Yeah, exactly.
So here you have less fatigue because of good low cabin altitude and because of the quietness inside.
Yep, exactly. No, that's very nice. So we've gone through the aerodynamics of the various wings, and you've got the engines in a pusher configuration.
Yes.
Was there any particular reason for that?
Many reasons.
Okay.
Well, first of all, the aerodynamics, you have noticed that the fuselage and the wings are very, very thin, everything is very straight and smooth.
Yep.
So we wanted to achieve laminar flow.
Okay, yep.
If you put a propeller in front of a wing,
Yep.
it will spoil the laminar
Correct.
flow,
Yep.
and so you'll get more drag.
Yep.
So if you put it back, you get this advantage, so less drag and
Yep.
more speed.
Okay.
But you got many other advantages, which are the noise
Yep.
is going to be all the way in the back, so
Yep.
the passengers are not going to hear it because it's far back behind them.
Yep.
And we got the best anti-ice system for the propeller. Because usually on a normal airplane you have to break the ice on the propeller,
Yeah.
and it's going to be thrown on the fuselage.
Yep.
The propellers are in front of the exhaust gas. Okay.
Okay.
So they're going to be always hot.
Yep.
No
They're getting heated
ice
from
building.
the exhaust gas. Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's a good one.
Now I haven't actually heard an Avanti myself, but I hear that they've got a rather distinctive tone when they're flying.
Yeah, that's the. Your definition is very good. It's. I would even say peculiar.
Okay.
It's just because being behind the wing,
Yeah.
the propellers have the air which is cut by the wing while they're going down. So
Okay.
from the outside, especially in the rear,
Yeah.
you can hear a different sound. It's not louder, but it's a different sound.
So, yeah.
The wonderful thing about it is that inside the cabin you absolutely don't hear anything.
And that's the
And actually,
important bit.
the last passenger in the back,
Yeah.
if he tells something bad about me, I'm gonna hear him.
Oh,
So-
nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's that quiet inside.
Oh yes.
Okay. Excellent.
We don't have any noise suppression system for the headset.
Okay.
We speak like we do over here. We
Yeah.
could do the same interview in flight.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, so Lorenzo, if you'd like to tell us the differences between the Avanti and the Avanti II.
Yes, sure. The main big difference, you can see it in the avionics.
Okay.
We have now here a Collins Proline 21.
Yep.
It does everything for you,
Yes.
and it's very nice, especially for me because I'm a little lazy. And you can get your position
Yeah.
on the charts that usually you would have on paper.
Yeah.
So you cannot possibly mistake the taxiway when
Yeah.
you're going, or you're holding during the procedure and all this stuff. So it's very nice. It's you can fly single pilot,
Yeah.
and actually I came here as a single pilot.
Okay.
We came from Perth direct here to Avalon, but it's done so that if you are a crew,
Yeah.
everybody has the controls for himself, like in an airliner. So
Yeah.
it's good for training or for use. If people are coming from an airliner, they can fly directly this
Yeah.
airplane with no worries during training or whatsoever.
Okay. Well, I notice we can see ourselves right there.
Yeah.
And that is correct. That's pretty much right where we're at on the taxiway Alpha.
Yeah.
So, okay, so we've got the, so this is the central, I see you've got engine monitoring instruments there, and you've got the charts set up. Looking at these buttons around the side, you can change what goes on and what's displayed, yep.
And we can have the terrain avoidance system.
Yep.
And we have the TCAS. Everything is included with this avionics. What you see is basic,
Yeah.
and it comes all together. Even the SATCOM, even the sat phone, it's all together coming with
It's a standard
with this
package.
avionics. Yes, standard
Okay.
package.
Okay. So, so in
So-
addition to the avionics, the other difference was the engines, you said?
Yes, the engines are now the TT6 66B,
Okay.
and this version is capable of more power.
Okay.
But the engines are anyway flat rated to 850 horsepower,
Yeah.
even if the engine was capable of more than 1600.
Yep.
This way you can keep maximum power
Yep.
up to higher flying levels.
Yep.
So you can get 100% of power up to flight level 200,
Okay.
and this provides an amazing capability
Yeah.
for climb.
Yeah.
And
pretty rocket-like.
Yeah, so with the new engines compared to the Avanti, the Avanti II is capable of higher cruise speed
Okay.
at higher altitudes.
Okay. Excellent. Okay, well, now that we've spoken and gone through this amazing aircraft, I imagine that takes a bit of amazing skill to fly.
No way.
No.
No.
But to fly it properly and make it perform, so...
Actually, to fly this airplane, you need, in Europe, you need to go through a type rating.
Yeah.
In the US, you don't need to go anything of that. And it's just a class rating. And in the US, we have the flight simulator full level D.
Okay.
So you just go through the sim and then go fly the airplane.
Okay.
If you want to do the flight training at the factory in Genova, in Italy, or wherever the airplane is, it takes, to be legal for a type rating for EASA, for Europe, it takes 6 rides plus the check ride.
Okay.
There's nothing difficult about it. The biggest issue for some older guys would be the avionics, but it's computers. Like all the other airplanes. But handling wise, you can do everything you want with this airplane. It's so easy to fly. Okay. It lands alone.
That's good. Knowing my landings, that's a really good thing. Okay, so Lorenzo, let's talk a bit about yourself. Now, you're here as a demonstration pilot for Piaggio.
Yeah, I'm chief pilot in Piaggio Aero, and I was formerly a test pilot in the Italian Air Force. Okay. I went first through the F-104 interceptor squadron. Yeah. Then I went to the Tornado, then I went to the test squadron, and I spent 17 years in the Air Force. Okay. And then now it's 11 years that I'm flying with Piaggio. Yep. And I'm still enjoying it. So it's really a nice airplane. Yeah. It's fun and it's really nice. You should come and fly with us.
I would love to. We'll have to see if John can slot me in the schedule.
We'll see that.
Okay. Lorenzo, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
All right.
It's a beautiful aircraft.